What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppin', guys? It's your boy Rare One. I hope you're all keeping safe. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching, liking the videos. Do share it. I want to get to 100 subscribers. We missed that mark in July. Let's make it happen in this August. Thank you guys so much. I know you're gonna do it, right? Thank you. Select the all option on notifications so you get notified once I upload. And my social media handles are there. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram and email as well. Feel free to reach out to me if you wish that I cover anything in particular or you want to reach out to me for any reason. Thank you guys. Diving into today's topic, right? A continuation from the video I made 2 weeks ago, right? Highlighting how modern women can get into relationships and maintain them. First bullet point, understand that men are created for purposes. Our primary aim and task in life is to fulfill our purpose on earth. Once you understand that, then you know what we look for when we are searching for life mates, wives, etc. The point you desire to become part of that man's life, you need to understand what you're signing up for, that you're there to support and be a helpmeet for him to fulfill his purpose on earth. Therefore, you must be an asset and not a liability. And at the point that you become part of his life as a girlfriend or a wife, majority of you will often ask, what's up with my own purpose? You know, how about me? It can't always be about him. No, you fail to realize one thing. When you get coupled with a man, your purpose becomes his purpose, because his purpose expands, and now his purpose encompasses yours as well as your offspring. So the pressure, the burden becomes heavier. That's why he needs an asset, not a liability. That's second point. Another thing I would also like you people to make peace with is men choose wives. You can all claim and fight and push for equality all you want. I don't see droves of women buying diamond rings and kneeling down to propose to men. No, you people don't like it. The idea of such things actually, just you detest it. You don't like it. So let's face the fact. We wife you. We make you girlfriends. You decide who gets sex, who gets the beat, fine. But to become a wife, we choose you. And the position of every wife, that's a job opening. That's a job opening and must be approached professionally. After all, you respect and follow the policy in your workplaces. So that's how you must approach relationships as well. With men, you are applying for a job opening in that man's life to serve and support his purpose, which encompasses your purpose. And that is why I must highlight a few things later on in this video on what to look out for and actually your choosing strategy, how to go about choosing men. First of all, let me just say one thing. Part of the cons of modern women today, right? One of the key things that you people do to shoot yourselves in the foot is that you traded femininity for feminism and wokeism, right? And therefore you've actualized sexual liberation and equality, name it. Okay, happy days. How's that treating you? Tell me. I'd like to know. Now, dare I tell you, right? Dare I say that I'm rooting for those of you who wish to anchor the wake-up call by, several disciples from the men's fair these days, calling you all back to practical reasoning because it's long overdue. Dare I remind you that I'm rooting for you guys. Remember also that your great-grandparents met and accepted each other based on principles, character, and dedication to life as an adventure with its ups and downs. They strive to achieve their collective goals for their families to the best of their ability and to leave us. They left us reasonable foundations to further the human legacy. The first commandment given to us if you're a believer in God is increase and multiply. Further the human legacy, increase and multiply, and then so much more great things here on earth. But the point is, they accepted each other based on principles, character, and dedication. They embraced the adventure of life with its ups and downs. They strive to achieve their collective goals for their families and to the best of their ability left us reasonable foundation to further the human legacy. Another con. Why don't you people reconsider your ways? At least for the sake of humanity. When somebody tries something and it's failing you, try again. Fails you, perhaps you start questioning why is it failing, and as such make the necessary required changes. But you people keep banging your head on the wall. You're doing the same thing over and over again. Let me tell you something. You're never gonna win. See this whole thing? We're gonna wait it out. We choose wives, period. So the point I'm trying to make is this. Men are available for all of you, irrespective of your race, creed, and color. We are available. All you need to do is just renew your minds. Move and shift from this fixed mindset that constantly wants to prove a point to us, to show us how you can do what we can do and you're better than us and all of that. And in the end, you cry crumble. You set yourselves up to fail. We are human beings. We are social creatures. You find companionship, marriage, family fulfilling than millions. Look at women in their 50s and 60s, late 30s to late 50s. Droves of you out here today in the dating pool struggling to meet men. And the thing is, the older you get, the pool narrows further down, because people who had your time are married. Those who are not married, there's very few of them. Some might not actually meet your criteria. They're not I don't know, you think we are intimidated by you, but at that point we're not, because we look at you as a liability. You become an old cargo. You're incorrectable. You think you know it all. So we don't want that thing. We don't like combatants. We don't like combative people. So at that point, the older you get, you struggle more. Why not just stop for a second and ask yourself, how come this thing you've been doing, these practices, these approaches you've adopted all your life has failed you thus far, and then make the required changes. If that sounds like preaching, yes, digest it. Renew your mind. Shift from fixed to growth mindset, where you look to take correction, look at what you've been getting wrong, accept responsibility, and move. Do what needs to be done to get yourself that man that you desire, right? Down to the choosing strategy. Majority of you get it wrong, and as such you are led and driven by fear. Fear of, what if I dedicate myself, commit myself, and give my all to the wrong man? Well, I have also advised you people to continually do your due diligence on men. Start with your fathers, brothers, sons, uncles, name every male around you. Study the men around you. Do your due diligence. Majority of you are boss chicks. What's wrong with studying? When you go into projects, you do your research. You do your due diligence. You do your feasibility studies. You want to understand what you're going into, if this is achievable or not. You do such things. So why don't you do the same with men? You invest thousands in loan to the government, right? Indebted to the government due to student loans and this and that. You pay for nonsensical courses up and down, but none of you, majority of you, don't even invest in relationship coaches, dating coaches, life coaches, or counseling, things that will prepare you for the man. Ready yourselves for that man. He needs to find you a wife, not a potential wife. You cannot be a hopeful when that man meets you. Here are the things I'll advise you to do, right? Eliminate that fear that drives your decisions. Number one, carefully select the men that you date. Select them from the right age groups and ensure. Number one, carefully select the men you date from the right age groups to ensure that these men are seasoned enough to lead and love you. A lot of you want to choose the people that you vibe with, people who understand the vogue, particularly in your time, near aged as possible, dating a 22 to 25-year-old male, expecting him to be this leader and guide and all of that, when majority of men at 25 are starting to figure life out for themselves, let alone lead someone else. Look for people at least 5 to 10 year age gap. They've learned things, they've made mistakes in life, they've failed, and they've learned how to get it right sometimes. Or maybe they know at least a few ways not to do it again. Even though they might not have the perfect map in their hands, they know how not to do it again, right? But the point is, the key word is carefully select. Carefully select men from the right age groups to ensure that they are seasoned enough to love and lead you and guide you. They must have experience. They must have the know-how to lead and guide you. Carefully select these men. Choose men based on character, principles, and values. Cut the unrealistic expectations. It's failed you and continue to fail you. I don't understand why you people buy into the Disney commercial of Prince Charming coming down on his chariot and whisking you away. That was a commercial that raked in cash for them, but it existed and expired on your television. Open yourselves to the opportunity of meeting and building with men that are driven by sound principles, moral values, and great character, irrespective of their financial status right now. Remember, Rome isn't achievable in a day. Denzel Washington, when he met his wife, was in a state that the woman had to pay for dates earlier in their relationship. He wasn't comfortable with it, but that happened at the time. I'm not sure why he chose to tie the knots with her, but every man of substance knows to give that woman an advantage over every other competitor around them, because she has shown what she can do. That's what we're looking for. Assets, not liabilities. Note that. Learn to compete for the men that you desire. Stop staying and sitting on your high horses thinking that you're all this and that. You overvalue yourselves, overinflated ego and worth, and in the end it gets you nowhere. Some of you need to tell yourselves the truth and just do what needs to be done. I'm not going to get into the detail of it, but you know yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and in a room with nobody present, tell yourselves the truth. Stop the whole fake rubbing and masking and masquerading yourselves with makeups and fake nail and hair and all of that stuff. That's deceitful. It's lie. It tells a lot about your character. I say that. So learn to compete for the men that you desire, right? I'm not asking you to throw yourself at these men for cheap sake. No, you must learn to flirt with these men. Your grandmas and aunts knew these things. If you can, that's why you need to go for relationship classes, date relationship coaches. You need to invest in this thing because it's the key part of your life. Learn to flirt with the men that you desire. You think that if you earn $1 million before you meet any man, do you know who I am? No, we don't. We don't care to know, because guess what? If that guy makes 25k a year, I don't care. Even if he makes peanut for a year, when he meets you, you expect him to be a gentleman who will take you out and date, and he will foot the bill. And a true gentleman would want to do that. They have their pride to protect. We like to do that. It gives us joy and satisfaction. Do you see what I'm saying? So at that point, you find that his 25k holds more value than your 1 million, because you're not gonna just meet him and take him out on a date and do this and that and be okay with it. I don't see that happening. Women are not happy. You don't like that. You don't find it romantic. It's not attractive. It's not what you're looking for. Learn that your money does not add to your value prior to being approached. Whatever you earn, auntie, as they say in Africa, chop humble pie. That means humble yourself. Calm down. Just chill. Make what you make gracefully and humbly. Keep it to yourself. Note that. Make peace with the fact also that your resources at the point you now get wifed becomes your husband's. All of it. Yes, I said it. Your money, your resources, everything you have. The minute you get married, it belongs to your husband. We like assets. We love assets. We are drawn to assets, not liabilities. Now, I'm not saying if you get on with a waste man or some Pookie or Ray Ray, then you go, right, babes, now you've wifed me, I'm gonna. No, that's again why it comes down to the first thing I said. Carefully select the men from the correct age group. When you've carefully selected that man, you would know not to worry about relinquishing control of your assets and resources to him, because you know he has good head on his shoulder and he can manage them correctly. So make peace with that fact. Your resources, your money, everything belongs to your husband at the point you get married. In dating phase, you must also learn to strategically present and announce yourself as an asset and not a liability. We like and love peace of mind. People who support our peace of mind are the people that we are attracted to. We don't want combatants, which now encompasses yours. And in the end, when we fail, you shame us, you guilt us, you insult us. We become scums and all the likes. Remember, support our peace. You're not the sole provider. Our God has made us and empowered us and to manage ourselves. But when we choose you, we're choosing you to be a helpmeet, a support. So support our peace of mind. Be an asset. Learn to add value to your man. Learn to help him expand and increase and fulfill his purpose. They say women expand whatever you're given. Learn to use what he has, right? Provide insight on how you people can build your empire, right? Build a legacy, further the legacy, right? Support him and support his peace of mind. We are drawn to assets, not liabilities. Learn to reason with your men logically. Don't pump us with your emotional tantrums. It doesn't make sense. And all we want to do is get away from you. No, we don't like that. Reason with us logically. Some of you are too keen to also hear your men make mistakes and you go, oh no, this, that. No. You must learn to conduct yourself appropriately. Logical beings. That's how men are. You are emotional. We get it. But if you check the number of times people have said, I feel, and evidence that with the results or outcomes of the feelings, you would know that feelings barely get us anywhere. Feelings barely get us anywhere. Feelings barely get us anywhere. Reason and logically present your argument. Reason with us, we will listen. You throw emotional tantrums, we walk away from you. Majority of men today leave you. They've quit your relationship, but they're present. Because majority of times we're diehard. We just don't want to throw in the towel. We're there, but we're just coasting. We don't care for you no more. We're just there because we don't want to break our family cycle. We're thinking far ahead. I don't want my legacy to become, a broken home, so my children goes on to replicate such a thing. No, we don't want that. We're thinking that. But you people are thinking here and now. Don't throw your emotional tantrums. Reason with us. We relate to that, right? Emotional blackmail, shame, insult, and guilt. Those things have ceased working. It drops points for you. So throw that out of the window. Understand also a very key point. Willful submission is your responsibility, and it's an act of strength, not weakness. Willful submission is an act of strength and your responsibility. It's not conditional. It's an act of strength. Conditional femininity and conditional submission are huge red flags. Once seasoned men see those things, we're out the window. We follow structure and hierarchy. We serve the one who created us and love the one who serves us. No man dreams of coming home to a combative woman. No. Lastly, understand that men willingly go over and beyond for genuinely feminine and submissive women. Chameleon nature is easily flagged and we quickly dump you. And in this day and age, we refuse to argue with you people anymore. I mean, god damn it, men are even not approaching anymore these days because you people just know it all, right? But it's not working. The number of women in their late 30s to late 50s that are in the dating pool is unbelievable. If it's in Africa, we'll say how market. How's it going? Conditional femininity and submissiveness is not good. I'm telling you, we go over and beyond for those feminine women. Just observe them around you and you will see for yourselves. I needn't say any more than this. Thank you for listening. Comment below. I want to know your thoughts. And remember, this is coming from a place of love. Until the next one, stay rare.